Good morning. Welcome to your Yoga for Gardeners practice. You don't have to be a gardener to take part in this practice. It's just a nice grouping of stretches for your arms and your forearms and open up the shoulders and the pecs. And we all need to open up this space over the heart. When you're digging in the earth, there's a lot of motion forward. You might put strain on your lower back. Even to rise up from that seated position, whatever it may be that you've been in for a long time, we're going to go through a functional movement just to push yourself off your knee to safely rise to standing. But it can be adapted into every part of our lives, picking something up at the grocery store, just needing to stretch out those arms from driving or texting. We get a lot of tension from the fingertips to rise up into those shoulders, and it could just be regular old stress or fatigue. So a nice way to open all this up. Quick side note, it's been a while since I posted, and I got some emails saying, do people get notices if they subscribe? I honestly don't know, but if you subscribe, you're supposed to, I think, get an alert, I think, when I post a new class. So try that and see if it works, and then if not, let me know for sure in the comments, or send me an email if you have my contact, and I'll see what we can do about that. But it has been a while. Life kind of came in and took over, so I took some time. But we're back at it. I've been gardening a lot, so this is going to be a great stretch for me and for you as well, hopefully. So let's get to our seated position. If you do garden, know that when you're digging in the earth, not only are you feeling good about what you're planting and you're watching something grow and you're cultivating life, but you're also releasing some microbes from the earth that promote those happy hormones in our body, calming hormones in the body. Also, when you're watering, the movement of running water releases negative ions, and that also has a positive effect on our bodies and our minds and our hearts. So if you don't have a huge garden, it doesn't have to be a huge space. Maybe during our meditation, you can just close your eyes and visualize your front stoop, your windowsill, your porch if it may be, or your beautiful sprawling yard. And just imagine how you would want it to look. Maybe get a pot if you have space for 1 or 2 pots. Put the earth in, plant something, just get your hands in there and watch it grow. Maybe it's food, maybe it's a flower for those pollinators that we need to take care of. But something to get yourself connected with the earth again. No better way to get rooted with the earth than to get your hands in there, nice and dirty. So as we begin our meditation, again in your comfortable position, raising the seat up if you need to on a cushion, cross-legged, legs extended, changing as you need to. If you're feeling really wiped out, maybe just lay down on your back, knock your knees together, feet out a little bit from your hips, and just give yourself a resting place. But feeling the length in your spine. Notice where your sits bones are. If you don't really feel them, remove some meat out of the way. And allow yourself to rise up from your tailbone and your sits bone. So if you kind of find yourself rounding forward, see if you can bring the torso right over, and you can use these hands as support if need be. Just keep that space between your 2 shoulders open in the front and the back. And start moving the breath from your seat up through the torso, allowing the breath to fill up the space between each vertebra of your spine. As you move up through the lower body, you'll notice yourself pulling out of the hips and out of the belly, creating space between the hips and the rib cage, and then bringing the breath up through the center body here. Taking some time to allow the expansion between the shoulder blades and under the shoulder blades, and allowing that exhale just to let go of some of that gripping or rigidity in the body. And as your body softens, your state of mind will soften, your emotional state will kind of open up a little bit more and soften itself, almost surrendering to the breath. As you notice yourself moving through the breath, focus on the sound of your breath. Allow the distractions, the sounds, the thoughts to move into the body. Accept that they're there, and then as you exhale, release those distractions, almost like you're dissolving them into little seeds and spreading those seeds around you. Breathing them in. Accepting that they're there, knowing that they're there. You might not want them there, you might not be thinking about some things. Just allow them to dissolve and soften with that exhale and send them out into the earth. And once you've let go of them, you can see what grows from them later on. Maybe see them in a different light, see them in a different way. Grow strong through your center body, all the way up through the crown of the head. And I'm not talking the center body behind your belly button, which is also strengthening up. I mean that light from your tailbone all the way up through the crown of the head. Lengthen and strengthen without being rigid, because you want a nice flexible spine. You want movement in it. If you have moments of intense distraction and you find yourself getting frustrated, maybe take a moment, maybe get a pad and paper and just write down those thoughts, those distractions, to physically get them out of your mind. Put them on paper, set the paper aside so it's more of a tangible way of releasing the distractions or thoughts. And then just come back to your breath, knowing that there is something there that you can grab onto and get back to what it is that you're thinking about right now. But for a moment, just releasing the heaviness of the body, the heaviness on our minds and the heaviness on our hearts, to allow ourselves to kind of grow and blossom. I'll be doing that throughout the class today. Bringing it back to growth. Three more good breaths here. Wiggle out the jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Excellent. Let's take an inhale through the nose, looking up towards the sky. And exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, rounding into the spine. Stretch it back, get between those shoulder blades. Let's inhale up towards the sky. Exhale, chin to the chest, rounding back. Good. Let's add the arms, stretching up. Look up to the fingertips, clasp the palms, push through the palms, exhale, again rounding into the spine. I want you to drop the palms all the way towards your feet. Feel how that opens up the shoulders. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, palms behind you, rest them on the ground. Inhale, open up the heart towards the sky, maybe looking up if that's strenuous. Keep the head, the chin tucked. Good. Take an inhale, push off the palms, stretch it up. Clasping the fingertips, turn the palms up to the sky if you can. Exhale, belly in and round those shoulders, bringing the palms all the way to the feet. Take an inhale, stretch it up. And exhale, flex the palms on the way down to get that nice stretch. Good. Roll out the shoulders for 3, 2, and 1. Let's take an inhale, look up to the sky. Exhale, chin to the chest. Inhale, roll to the right. Exhale, settle back to center. Keep lengthening through the spine. Inhale, roll to the left. Exhale, back to center. Let's take it all the way around. Inhale, roll to the right. Exhale, up and over the neck if you're rolling along the back. If you're not comfortable to do that, don't do it. Roll through the left back to center, reverse it, inhale, left side. Grounding through the opposite, exhale all the way around if you're comfortable. All the way back to center, nicely done. Take an inhale, stretch those fingertips back up to the sky, and exhale, ground those shoulders. Let's take an inhale, stretch the shoulders up to the sky. Exhale, roll them back and down 2 more times. Inhale, stretch. Exhaling down, 1 more. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, ground those shoulders. Pretend you have a block between your palms and hold it there. If this is fatiguing or you feel your traps are working to round you forward, bend into like a hands up position, but keep those elbows opening, not behind you, just right in line with your shoulders, your body. 3 more breaths here for this hold. Try to release the rib cage down, and as you're breathing, breathe into your back body. See how your belly pulls in and carries that breath up through the back body. Good. Clasp your fingertips again if you're able. Push up to the sky. And again, we're going to hold. If you're not able to do this, maybe just come to your bent elbow position. Again, breathe up from your seat through your back body. Your front body will expand as well. Good. Keep those shoulders grounding. If you need a relaxation or a stretch, you can always round forward like we did at the beginning, or put your hands on your knees and round it out. Excellent work. Let's wake up those shoulders. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. Open up the elbows to the side, stretching those shoulders. You can put your palms on top of your head, or you can reach them behind the head. Keep the elbows opening. Inhale, stretch it up. We're going to do 2 more. Exhale, open the elbows to the side. Bow the head. Good. Inhale, stretch. And 1 more time. This time, turn your palms into the back of your head, and you can look forward now, kind of resting your head into the palms, but not closing those elbows. Keep them open. I feel it too, I know. Inhale, stretch the spine. On your exhale, I want you to twist and open to the right side. We're not going very far down. Look, I just went maybe a couple inches down to twist and open. Inhale, bring it back and stretch. Exhale, hands to the back of the head to the left side, twist and open. Good. Inhale, stretch it up. So notice how you kneaded your belly. If you want to take it further, you can. Exhale to the back of the head, twist and open. Approaching the knee, but maybe not getting there. Inhale, bring it back up. Breathe from your belly. Exhale. Good. Inhale, stretch. Now, if you want to take it all the way down, elbow to the knee connection. Exhaling, twist. If you feel like you're straining, I want you to put your hand on the ground, and that will help you. And then you can really twist open from the center body, opening that left elbow. If you get to the knee, great. If you're here, you can tuck your right elbow to the inside of your knee and twist it open. Nice work. Take an inhale, bring it back, stretch it up, strengthening those arms, but opening them as well. Exhale, hands to the back of the head, going into your twist and your bend, maybe dropping your left palm for support, or maybe tucking the left elbow to the inside of the knee, twisting open, and feeling how you can really release out of that right hip. Good. Take an inhale, rising back up. Really feel how your core is working. Stretch it up. And exhale, same thing we did at the beginning. Pull the belly in, round those palms all the way to the feet. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, palms to the ground. Open the chest and the heart towards the light. Maybe releasing the head or keeping the chin tucked if it doesn't feel safe in the neck. Inhale, push off the palms, stretch it up. Push through the palms to the sky. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale. Let's wrap those arms around the body and walk the fingertips into the inside edge of your shoulder blades if you can. Take an inhale, rise up. Exhale, rounding down. Big breath across the shoulder blades, between the shoulder blades rather. Good. Inhale, roll it back up. Whichever arm is on top, for me it's my right arm. I want you to take it and put it into a bent elbow position, and then grab hold of your forearm and just palpate with your opposite hand. And then I want you to drop your fingertips down and see if that gives you a nice stretch. Maybe curling it into the shoulder. Good. And then I want you to bring the fingertips to point back up. Have your left hand grab hold. Pull the palm forward and pull back on the fingers gently, gently, gently. Your elbow might not stretch. Try not to pop that shoulder up on the right side. Really get a nice stretch here. Good work. And then you can release your left hand, bring your right hand on top of your shoulder. Do some shoulder rolls from the elbow. Maybe 3 should suffice. Good, and then bring the elbow up to the sky. Place your right hand behind your shoulder blade. Take your left hand, reach it up and over for your elbow. Drop both shoulders here. You can turn your head to look down if you need the space, dropping those shoulders. Look over to the right side. Drop the chin, and maybe go into a side bend here, keeping that left elbow open. If this is too much, just looking over and dropping the chin might be enough to stretch the neck. But if you want to take it a little bit further down the torso, you can go into a little side bend. Inhale, stretch it up, push through the palms. Exhale, palms behind you. Inhale, open up the chest. Release the head, neck, and jaw. Good. Push off the palms, stretch up. Interlace those fingers. And then exhale, going into a bear hug. Place your opposite hand on top, your opposite arm. So I'm going to use my left arm on top here. Walk the fingertips between the shoulder blades. Take an inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, belly in towards the back and rounding down. Couple of good breaths here. You don't have to round down. If you feel this is enough for you right here, stay right here. You can really start to feel the difference in everything opening up around your shoulders, across the chest, under those shoulder blades. Inhale, roll it up bone by bone of the spine. So you feel the strength of your belly rising you out of your hips. Now bend the top elbow, that would be my left hand, and you're going to take your opposite hand and palpate. So just little kind of squeezes on the forearm. Find that spot that feels really tight. Give it some nice, walk the fingers kind of up and down. And then bend the fingertips in towards you. You can really get that stretch. Maybe bending all the way. Notice how it gets into the neck. Good, and then lift the fingertips up to the sky. Your right hand grabs hold. Pull them down gently, 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 going into a stretch. Don't force this. Maybe your elbow's straight. Be gentle with your wrist here, please. Good. Releasing your right hand. Let's take the left fingertips, grab hold of the left shoulder, and roll back with the elbow for 2 and 3. Oh, I don't know if this counts as 4 if we stop. Bring the fingertips behind the back. On the shoulder blade, reach your right arm up and over. Grab hold of the elbow. Kind of let it point up towards the sky if you are able, so you're pulling it in. Those fingertips can reach further down the back. You can drop the chin and then look over to your left side. If you're good here and you're not collapsing forward, try and keep that elbow opening, your belly strong. You can exhale yourself into a gentle side bend. If your back is straining, pull back. Just let the head drop. Breathing, opening. Nice work. Take an inhale, roll it back up. Feel the strength come from your belly to raise you up. Stretch through the fingertips. Flex the palms as you bring the hands down. Nice. Take a moment. Come back to that breath. You can roll the shoulders, roll the neck. Feel the heat moving across the chest and the shoulders. Just let the blood flow move up and down the arms again. Such a nice sensation. Now that we've found space across the shoulders and the chest, and maybe some of that clutter that you've been holding on to is in flux, let's remove it from the body with 3 lion's breaths. Inhale, gather it all up. 2 more. Last one. Release that head, neck, and jaw. Good. Roll it up bone by bone of the spine. Excellent. Roll the head side to side. Excellent. Roll out the shoulders. Good. Let's sit back a little bit further, extend the legs out, wiggle out some tension. Just realize you can see the side window. And a little bit ago, my son had just gotten up and he peeked inside the window. Anyways, if you see that, you don't need to leave a comment saying that we have somebody peeking in our windows. I know that guy. He lives here. Oh, at home filming is an adventure. I'm sure a lot of you are feeling that these days. Anyhow, get to your extended leg position. Find your sits bones. Wiggle out the tension in the hips. We're going to go into our forward fold. Nice way to release the back. You can always soften the knees by putting a cushion underneath if you're really tight and you find yourself getting pulled into your legs rather than able to pull away from the legs. Remember, we fold at the hip crease, spine is long. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, up and over the legs. Reaching for those feet. Good. Soften into this and let yourself go. So you might not be belly over the thighs. You might say, I got 2 inches down, rest into your forearms. If that still doesn't work, you can place your hands beside you and maybe just round into the back. So really give yourself time to just breathe here in your fold. You can release your hands behind you if you want. Good. Let's inhale, reach forward and rise up. Let's slide that right foot in with us, planted on the ground. Ground both sits bones. Exhale, let's turn towards that right leg. Good. Ground through the bottom of your opposite leg so you feel stable and able to rise up through the spine. And on each exhale, we're twisting. So your inhale, you're lengthening. Exhale, we're twisting. One more time. Inhale, we're lengthening. Exhale, we're twisting. Bring it back to center. Take an inhale, stretch it up. But at the same time, if you're able, slide your left foot in. You can even them out. Exhale, round your arms around your thighs and just allow yourself to fold over, releasing that lower back. Stay here for as long as you need. When you're ready, just walk your feet out and slowly return yourself back to your fold. Jostle inside the hip joints. Release the hips, release the legs. Nice, good breath here. And then when you're ready, take your inhale, reach forward and rise up. Slide that left foot in with you planted on the ground. Stabilize yourself through the bottom of your right leg and sits bones. And on your exhale, you're twisting to the left side. Still lengthening through the spine, not rounding into it. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twisting. One more time. Excellent. Take an inhale, turn to front, stretch it up. At the same time, if you're able to, slide your right foot in or use your hands to help you get to your comfortable position. Round around the thighs here. Give yourself a little hug. Let the lower back release. Let the head, neck, and jaw release. And then slowly scoot the feet forward. Maybe keeping the belly connected to the thighs as long as is possible, until you get to your fold, whichever one works for you. Let's take an inhale, reach forward and rise up. Exhale, hands on the ground, a little bit behind you for support. Let's bring the feet together into a nice, maybe diamond position and just fold over. Great way to release that lower back. Inhale, roll it up, scoot the feet a little closer, bring the knees up towards the shoulders a little bit here. You can hold on to these feet. So if you find yourself collapsing into that back, maybe see if you can use your hands if you need to behind you to push off of, so you can work lengthening the back and strengthening the core. If you feel good and stable here, let's bring the knees a little bit closer in and see if maybe we can release one foot, maybe release the other. Now this is where you really need to find your sits bones, because if you collapse back, you're gonna round. If you collapse forward, you're gonna roll forward. You wanna be right on those sits bones, lengthening up. Your belly is strong, your breath is moving through fluidly. And then from here, if you are able, we open up. You might get to kind of like a happy baby, or you can stretch it out. And we breathe. Careful with the belly, lengthen up through the lower back. If you're straining, come out of it. We're gonna get an ease here. Take an inhale, bring the soles of the feet together, drop the knees. Exhale. Let's do it 3 more times. Inhale, rise up, keep the belly strong, bring the knees in, find your balancing point. Exhale, opening up, and hold for a breath. Good. Take an inhale, bring it all together, drop the knees. Exhale, rounding over. 1 more time. Inhale, rolling up, squeeze the knees in, find your balancing point, maybe float the feet. Exhale. Take a breath. Rise up out of that lower back, strengthen the belly, lengthen the spine. And that's it. Inhale, soles of the feet together, grounding, open the elbows and the knees, and just fold over. Inhale, roll it up, bone by bone of the spine. Let's lean back into those palms again. Bring the soles of the feet towards the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale, push between the feet. Come to your squat position, a great position here. If you have been digging in the earth all day and you can't even stand up, there have been moments where my back won't let me. Come into this position if you have it. If not, maybe if you sit on a cushion when you're gardening or you have a little block, put your pelvis on the block and just allow yourself to push the knees open so they're not rolling in, and let the lower back, the hips settle. Release the head, neck, and jaw down. So going into semi kind of garland bind here, but we won't go full bound. If you want to, you may. I want you to take your left hand, grab hold of your right ankle if you're able. If you find yourself collapsing, use your left arm then on the inside of your left foot to keep the knee open. I'd rather have the knee open than going for the grab. But if you are able to keep the knees open and grab, go for it. And then inhale your right fingertips up to the sky. Twist and lengthen your spine. So you inhale, lengthen to the spine. Exhale, twist it open. Keep that left knee opening. Good. Inhale, open a little bit more. Exhale, hands to heart center, elbows pushing the knees open, lengthening and grow through your spine. Good, big breath. Moving on to that other side. Again, if you want to support your knee, your right hand rests to the inside of your right foot, or you grab hold of your left ankle if you are able. Take an inhale, stretch up with your left fingertips. Exhale, twist open. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist open. Inhale, twist it open. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Let's bring our palms to the earth. Bring your heels behind your toes as if you were going into a crow, but we're not really going there. And then you're just gonna lift your hips up towards the sky. Bend into each knee, kind of let everything settle. Let your head, neck, and jaw go here. And let the body settle a little bit more. You can straighten the knees or keep a slight bend, it's up to you. Let's place our left palm directly below our gaze here. Take an inhale, stretch through the left elbow, reach the right fingertips forward, straighten the spine. Exhale, twist open to the sky. So from here, a couple things to look at. You want your right hip not twisted open to the right side, so bring it back in line with the left. You might want to stay here with your hand and open up the shoulder and elbow. You also want to pay attention to your right elbow. that it's not sitting on your face here, but you've lengthened your spine and dropped your shoulders and twisted open. Take another breath. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, fold, replace your left hand with your right. Inhale, reach forward with the left fingertips. Straighten your spine and your right elbow. Exhale, twist open to the sky. Let's correct the left hip, bring it back in line with the right. And then open up the left side and keep the shoulder from parking itself on your jaw. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist open. Inhale, open. Exhale. Back down. Rock side to side with those hips. Let's grab hold of each opposite ankle. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. And exhale, let go. One more time. Lengthen. Feel that stretch. Holding onto the outer edges of your ankles. Exhale. And now switch your arms. Whichever one was in front goes in back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. One more time. Beautiful. Release the hands to the ground. Now you're going to turn your toes outwards so your feet are back on a 45-degree angle. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, maybe to the fingertips. Exhale, if you need to, put your hands on the ground for support, or see if you can open your knees back to your squat position. And coming back to heart center, use those elbows to hold the knees open. See if there's any release for the neck here. And then from here, all we're going to do is come into a child's pose. You can drop the knees to the center, take your time. I'm going to go to side view because I'm going to need the length of the carpet here. Oh, and as you pull your sits bones back, reach your fingertips forward, tuck the chin, just rest on that hairline. And if you want to really let go, drop your arms behind you. You can always claw your fingertips forward, like bit by bit. If you've ever seen a cat kind of claw or paw at the scratching board, or even when they wake up, they stretch into their fingers and, that's not their fingers, their paws, and their little claws come out. So you can stretch right into those claws and then grip into the earth right here, carpet, mat, whatever it is. Gaining just that little bit of extra length in your arms, your fingers, releasing some of that tension. Let's keep it moving, just one sequence to rise us to standing, and then we'll get right back down to the ground. Take an inhale, rise up to a tabletop position, and then I want you to modify it down to your forearms. Good. I'm going to straighten out my shirt so you can really see a nice straight line. From here, take an inhale, extend your right heel up, turn the toes down, and almost turn the leg inward. So my heel is just a little bit higher than my hips because I'm tilting down with my body. So you want a straight line down. If I was in a tabletop, I would keep my heel in line with my hips. But here, since we're modified, you bring it a little higher. Tilting inward with the foot, the leg, the toes, flex that foot. Let's do outward circles on an inhale. So it's a very weird sensation because your leg is turning inward, but you're rotating out. It's like a double whammy work. You want nice long, nice strong glutes and legs. We're going to go for 6 here. To raise you up from your gardening position. Good. When you get to stable, just stop. And then take an inhale, round the knee in towards the belly, maybe towards your forehead. Exhale, extending. Once again. Exhale, extending. Last one we hold. Good. Let's take an inhale. Turn your fingertips forward. You're going to come up to your palms because you need space to bring that foot forward. And then we're just going to pull back for a stretch. You can turn the toes up to the sky. You can come all the way down to the ground. Take an inhale, pulling forward, coming into your bent knee. You can scoot the leg forward. Exhale your right palm to the inside of your right leg. And let's come down to those forearms again. Getting into our lizard here. Keep your right knee stable, pointing forward. Pull the right hip back just a little bit so it's even with the left. So you can take this anywhere you want, or you can just stay and get the opening and the stretch. Sometimes just exploring a posture as it is in its most rudimentary form is very revealing of where tensions lie. Sometimes you can reach forward and bend the leg and pull back, but sometimes just breathing into a posture as it is what we need most. From here, take an inhale, reach your right fingertips forward and twist open to the sky. We're not pulling away from the leg yet. Good. From here, if you want to, you can bring your hand onto your right knee, gently push it away, rolling to the outside of your right foot, and maybe opening across the chest. Stay on the top of your left leg. Couple more breaths here. Oh, it gets everything. The left hip, the head, neck, and jaw. Creates length in your spine. Good. You can always open up that arm if you want to. Let's take an inhale. Exhale. Let's bring the forearms back to the earth. Straighten out that right knee again, rather. Come up to your palms. Bring your right hand on top of your right knee. Take an inhale. Tuck your left toes. Exhale, I want you to push off of your right knee and push off of your back foot. This is functional training. How to rise up. So you're pushing off the earth, you're pushing off your knee, you're pushing off your foot, you're not using your lower back. And just come to a fold. Shake out the head, neck, and jaw. Grab the backs of the ankles if you're able. Soften the knees a little bit here. Let's take an inhale, rising up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Let's take another inhale, open it up, let the light in. Exhale, I want you to soften your knees, round down, and go into one of those bear hugs we did right at the beginning. Walk your fingertips to the inner edges of your shoulder blades. Now you're really using gravity here. Tuck the chin. Take an inhale, release the hands, stretch up just a little bit. Exhale, palms, bend the knees, come back to a child's pose. Pull the sits bones away and reach forward with those fingertips. Tuck the head, neck, and jaw. Let's take an inhale. When you're ready, move forward to a tabletop. On your exhale, modify it down to your forearms, clasp the fingertips. Take an inhale, extend your left leg this time, flex the heel. Raise the leg just a little bit higher than your hips, but don't drop the belly. Keep the belly strong. You're like a slide. Rotate inward with the leg and 6 circles to the outside. So stabilize your body. You don't want to be wobbling with each circle. You want to be nice and stable here. Belly strong. I think that was 6. It could be 7. We can always throw an extra one in. Good. And when you become stable, breathe. Good. Inhale. Let's bring the knee in under the belly. Rounding. Exhaling. Straighten. Inhaling. Keep the belly from arching down when you straighten. On this third one, we hold. Exhale. Inhale, come up to your palms and bring the left leg forward. Exhale, settle in right here. Inhale, stretch it back to where you can. Maybe you're coming all the way down to walking, flexing the foot. It's up to you. Try and even out those hips. Bring the left hip back in line with the right. Breathe. Let's take an inhale, walk it forward. You can bring the foot a little bit forward. And then exhale, your left hand to the inside of your left leg, returning back down to your forearm position for lizard. Keep the left knee from opening, keeping it nice and stable in line with the toes and the hips pointing forward. Bring your right hip forward a little bit, your left hip back, kind of like rolling the thighs towards each other. So you're active in this release. A few more breaths here. You can always add things like a block if the earth is too far. A little bit more support. You don't have to go down as far as we are. Let's take an inhale, reach those left fingertips forward and up to the sky. You can stay right here, keep the belly and the thigh towards each other, but lengthening the spine and the leg. You can take the left hand if you want to push the left leg away, roll to the outside of your left foot. Stay on the top of your right leg. Always opens up my neck here. Roll the left shoulder away from your chin. And if you want to, you can open up the arm on an inhale. Good. Take an inhale, open it a little more. Exhale. Let's come back down to our lizard. Let's come up to the palms and place our left palm on top of our left knee. From here, I want you to take an inhale, tuck the back toes, those are your right toes. Exhale, pushing off your right palm, left palm into the knee, and back toes, you come to, a squat. No, this isn't a squat, I lied. I hope you were watching rather than just listening. Your fold with a nice bent knee. Rock it out side to side. Shake out the head, neck, and jaw. This time to rise up, let's open our hands to the side so we really get that sensation of gathering it all in. Bringing it down to heart center, checking back in with ourselves, bowing the head for a little bit of humility, a little bit of looking inward. And then take an inhale. When you're ready, open it up. And let your light from inside shine. And round it back down, giving yourself a bear hug. Good. Tuck the chin if you can. So your opposite hands now, whichever one was in front is in back now. When you're ready, release the hands. Take an inhale, stretch. Exhale, soften the knees, and we're coming back to a child's pose, reaching the sits bones away, reaching the fingertips forward, tuck the head, neck, and jaw. Let's move right to that other side again. Take an inhale, but now we're coming to a full tabletop, exhaling the left heel to the back wall. Staying in this balance, roll the elbows in, have them pointing back. Inhale, left fingertips reaching forward. Stay in your balance. Good. You can place your left hand back on the ground if you want to keep it extended. You can and add it into this movement. What we're doing is bringing the elbow and the knee together. Maybe the forehead comes into play to the right knee. Exhale, extend out with power. Again, your left palm can be grounded. 2 more times. Belly is strong here. Once more. That's 3. On this 4th one, we stay. Then on your exhale, just release your left palm to the ground. Keep the knee tucked. A lot of work here around the spine. Take an inhale. Float the right leg forward. You can tuck the back toes here and come off the knee if you'd like to. And on your exhale, just pull back for your stretch. You can always remain with the knee on the ground, same as we did before. Option to keep the knee off or grounded. As we move forward, take an inhale, bend into the knee, keep the spine long, maybe up to the fingertips. Exhaling the right hand to the inside of your right leg
and dropping down to your forearms if you would like. Square off the hips. Excellent work. Take an inhale, reach your right fingertips forward and up to the sky. Exhaling, pushing into the right knee if you want to, rolling to the outside of the foot. It's up to you to decide where you want to go. You can always release the back knee at any time. Lengthen that spine. Let the head, neck, and jaw go. Good. Inhaling, open with the fingertips if you want. And exhaling, square it all off again. Let's come up to our palms here. Right palm on the right knee. You can drop the back knee if you want. Your toes are already tucked. So let's go on our inhale, pulling forward to your standing fold. Exhale. Good. Rock it out side to side. And then when you're ready, arms open to the side, gathering all that light. Exhale, hands to heart center. Look down towards that heart. Find that light. Take an inhale, open it up. Exhale. Bear hug just for a second. Inhale up to fingertips, stretch, knees if you want to, spine. And then on your exhale, if you are game and you feel safe to, you can drop your palms. You can hop back to a child's pose. Be very careful. You want to end up on the top of your feet. If you don't have strong ankles, don't do this. You just come back to leg by leg. It would look like this. And you walk yourself forward. That could be something you can work on. Moving it along. Inhale, back to a tabletop, squaring off the shoulders, rolling the elbows in. Inhale, left leg up. Keep the belly strong. Exhale, right arm forward. Good. Lift the belly into the lower back. When you're ready, take an inhale, bring it all in under the belly. Round, 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 round. Exhale, extend with power. Inhaling, keep the belly strong, rounding. Exhaling, extend. One more full round. And on this fourth one, we hold right in center. On your exhale, release your palm to the ground. Holding the knee in. One more breath here. Nice work. Inhale, float the foot between the palms. And exhale, you can tuck the back toes and lift the knee if you would like. Square off the hips so you're not sitting into your left leg. Inhale, pull back for your stretch. Exhale. Nice, good breath here. Inhaling, bending into the knee. Exhale, right palm to the inside of the leg. Let's drop down to those forearms. Reach off of that back heel, square off the hips, roll the inner thighs towards each other. Square off your left knee with your toes and your hip. I slowly approach my pillows here into a night-night position. The work isn't done. Breathe that strength into your body. Good work. When you're ready, take an inhale, push off your palms. You do not have to come to palms if it doesn't feel comfortable for you. Inhale, reach the left fingertips forward and up towards the sky. Exhale. You can bring your left hand to the knee. Gently push away from the knee. Roll to the outside of the left foot. Rounding back. Twist that left shoulder open here. And maybe release the fingertips back. Another good breath here. Inhale, open. Exhale, palm to the earth. Square off the foot, knee, and hip here. Let's bring the left hand on top of the left knee. So on an inhale, push off both palms and your back foot. Into a fold. When you're ready, take an inhale, rise up through the legs, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart center, looking down towards your heart. Feel the goodness inside of you. Take an inhale, and let's open it and release it. Exhale, rounding for your bear hug, releasing the arms in the opposite direction, not holding it there. Take an inhale, rising up, just slightly. Exhale, when you're ready, hop or walk to your child's pose. Claw those fingertips forward. Take a couple breaths here. When you're ready, walk yourself back. If this isn't good for your knees, come over to the side, or you can try and cross your feet and swing them forward. Extend the legs out in front, wiggle inside your hips. Take an inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and stretch it up. Exhale, rolling down bone by bone of the spine, bending the knees, rocking them out side to side. When you're ready, stabilize the knees. Let's cross our right ankle just above our left knee. Thread the fingers underneath the left knee, pulling it in, giving a nice stretch here. Good, that's it. And then just reverse it. Rock it out side to side. When you're ready, all I want you to do is drop your knees to the side, roll to that side, push yourself off your palms. You can come back to your seated position, cross-legged, or you can rest over the knees bent. Just feel that open sensation across your chest, across your shoulders. If you want to, you can take a little bit of an extended Shavasana, or just stay right here in your meditation. Allow yourself to think about that garden that you're going to plant in the earth, the garden that you want to plant within yourself. What do you want to grow? Do you want to grow into patience and kindness? Maybe gratitude. Maybe just focusing on love, self-love, love for others. Let's practice cultivating that garden, that goodness inside us. And remember to feel good about what you've given yourself today in your practice. And I hope to practice with you again soon. Let's take a closing breath. Gathering all the goodness around you that you've created, bringing it to your heart center, looking down towards that heart. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. Have a wonderful day.